A woman buried herself in a volcano for 20 years in pursuit of whitening her skin. When she was finally discovered, her entire body was covered in dust, and she had completely lost her memory. The only things she could recall were her name, her boyfriend's name, and the hotel she used to work at. The police immediately contacted the hotel owner to ask if the woman had ever worked there. After checking the records, the owner confirmed that 20 years ago, the woman had indeed been an employee. She also gave the police a phone number left behind by the woman long ago. When the police called the number, a man answered. After sharing information on both sides, it was confirmed that the woman was the man's mother, but his mother had just stepped out to walk the dog, so he asked him to call back later. Meanwhile, the woman's former boyfriend, notified by the authorities, arrived at the hospital. However, his expression was filled with fear. No matter how the woman called out to him, he refused to respond and quickly left the hospital. When he returned home, he suddenly saw the crow that had died the night before had somehow come back to life. Yet the dead crow's corpse was still buried in the soil. That night, the police called the man again, asking if he recognized the woman. The man thought the entire situation was absurd. His mother was right at home with him. Yet the police insisted there was another mother. The police then passed the phone to the woman at the hospital. The moment the woman spoke her first word, the man frowned. Her voice sounded identical to his mother's. Just as he was about to ask where she was, he heard his mother's voice behind him. Startled, he handed the phone to his mother. As soon as the two spoke, his mother dismissed it as a prank. But when the woman revealed her boyfriend's name and her own, his mother's expression slowly turned rigid. She abruptly hung up the phone, walked out the door, and touched the necklace around her neck. Lost in thought,